My name is Lindsay Ann Snyder, and I am the owner of Lindsay Ann Photography. It's something I've always done on a recreational level for as long as I could remember, from bringing the camera to youth group or youth group retreats or sneaking one in to a concert. I've just always loved documenting things as they're happening because it's one of the tangible things that we can leave our legacy with. So I was like, well, the time is now. 2020 is my year. Let's do this thing. And so it began, and I was like really zeroed in on the music photojournalism side of photography and trying to go after my goal of being a music photojournalist. And within a few short months, I got an opportunity to work for a worldwide digital music publication. And that got my foot in the door to shoot arena shows, premiere venues, artists that I grew up going to see, and now I'm getting to stand in front of the stage and shoot them, which is really crazy full circle moment. I was hitting the ground running, and I was like, this is awesome, I'm invincible, this is cool. And then March 2020 happened, and things took a very interrupted turn. I kind of had to re-navigate what I was doing as a photographer at that point, because everything that I had planned throughout the year had been indefinitely canceled or postponed. And I could either take it as a loss and let the dream die, or I could say, you know what? We're going to make this work. I had a conversation with my dad, and, he said, Lynn, you could make the most out of any opportunity you're given, whether it be good or bad. And you just never know that sometimes good comes from bad. And so began the journey into lifestyle photography in a very surprising way. One day I was on Facebook, and the girl that actually photographed my wedding a few years ago had made a post advertising in her area that she was doing this thing called the Front Porch Project. And that basically was her going to, said family's home to be able to capture and document this time and try to bring light to the situation of what was going on in the world. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. And then I started kind of seeing other photographers around the nation like doing this in their communities. And I said, well, I literally have nothing to lose at this point. So let me just see if anyone would be remotely interested in this. And literally this thing blew up, I want to say overnight. I was kind of like, what is happening right now? Like, this is crazy. So thus began trying to navigate what was going to ultimately become my full-time job in the midst of a global pandemic. And this was all done outside on their front porch. And if they didn't have a front porch, then we made a makeshift front porch situation for them, because not everyone had a home with a porch. Some of them had apartments. We'd be like, great, let's go do it on the lawn, or so we got really creative with it. The memories that kind of came with doing these is how into it these families would get, because the way I would advertise is that, you can dress up nice if you want to. You could come out in your pajamas. You could come out dressing the part of being like, socially distant and like, I'm not leaving my home type of thing, like the world is ending situation. So, I just wanted people to get fun and creative with it, because my attitude is like, how do you want to remember this time in your life? And I know it was obviously a very pressing time, but we could try to make light of it in some way. So I wanted people to have fun with this and, get creative with it. So I think one of the most standout families that I had was they thought that the day I was coming was the following day. So when I rolled up to their house and I was like, I'm here, they're like, oh shoot, we're not ready, but we could probably throw something together. And so they basically dressed up the part of being quarantined. And so they came out with tape measures and masks, and like they were in their bathrobes, and like the kids brought their dog out. So like it was just awesome. We just made it kind of more of a creative family encounter session. It was a wild ride, to say the least. So very grateful for the opportunity to do so and create something positive for people to look back on during a really troubling time for everyone else.